Hey guys, this is Alex from Lumberjack Engineering. I wanted to quickly talk about the wiring for these rear hatch lights. I've got a pretty extensive write-up over on I Hate Mud that kind of walks you through the process with a whole bunch of photos, but I thought it was worth just doing a quick video on it as well. So starting with power, I'm pulling positive 12 volts off of the rear dome light. Now I did that because that will automatically shut off 30 minutes after you open a door and leave the door open. So 30 minutes after I open this rear hatch, if it's still open, those lights are going to shut off. That's because if I've had it open for 30 minutes, it's probably because I've opened it and walked away and forgot about it. So I wanted to make sure they would turn off automatically. If you don't want that, no big deal. You can just find another 12 volt constant power wire. But for me, this is going to be the best option. So it snakes across the headliner and then comes over here. You can't see it, but then pops up through this boot, through the opening on this side, comes over here, jumps into the sheet metal, and then just comes out right here in this gap. And then it comes over to the driver's side, which is really the control for both sides. And then for the grounds, for power, I am pulling off of a switch or a wire in here that goes to a switch in this latch mechanism that tells the computer when this rear hatch is opened. That means that it is only grounded, this wire only provides ground when someone opens this rear hatch. That's important because if we just had constant ground with it wired into that dome light, whenever someone would open one of the other doors, these lights would come on, mounted up here on the rear hatch. And if this rear hatch is closed, that's facing forward. So that's less than ideal. So by grabbing our ground from this switch, we're ensuring that these can only come on if the rear hatch is opened, which is what we want. So then moving on to the switches or to the housings themselves. Like I said, the driver's side is really the control. So you could leave it in this middle position, the switch on it, and it's going to be off no matter what. So you open the rear hatch, they're not turned on. If you flip it downwards, that's low power. You flip it upwards, that's high power. Now this switch, the way I've got everything wired, will control both the driver's side pod and the passenger side pod. So that means that we have to run the cable from the switch, and which also has our ground in it, terminated in some quick connects that will plug into the quick connects over here. So that means we've got that wire that will run up here along inside this trim, and then sit over here where they'll connect to the quick connects. So it's actually pretty simple. Like there's really not a whole lot going on. It just does involve running some wires here and there to make sure that you're grabbing power and ground from the ideal places. So like I said, the I Hate Mud write-up is going to have a lot more detail. So if you've got any questions, head over there, check it out, see if someone else has asked questions before. And if they haven't, more than happy to answer any questions you might have. So I'm going to go ahead and get these installed, and I'm really excited to see how they look.